everybody, this is Melanie. Welcome back to Crafting Chaos with Melanie. I hope everybody's doing good today. Today is a fun video. I started not to do a video on this, but I did mine a little bit different, so I just thought I would share my take on these vintage Christmas card. I'm going to say like Christmas notebook is what I'm making. I have seen what inspired the idea was Amber from Lyric Lover Crafts, and I will link her video below because she is the one that I was watching, and I love her, and she gives a lot of good, like, quick ideas with a different take on it, more like a craft fair spin. She does a lot of that, but I've seen people do like notebooks. I've seen people turn these into complete junk journals. My idea is I'm turning this into like a notebook with paper, a couple of pockets. I am going to do a closure on it, and I'm giving these as gifts Thanksgiving Day to all my regular customers for their Thanksgiving, for Christmas. I think this is such a cool little book that you could just throw in your purse and make notes, and what a cute way to do that. And the texture of this is not your typical, it's kind of a slick texture, so it's definitely something that's a little bit more durable, and it's something that you can wipe off. So what are you going to need today? First of all, I'm using these vintage Christmas cards, and I got these from Amazon. I will link them below. They're super cheap. You get 40 for $15, I think it is, or $15.99. If you have Prime, you know, free shipping. It comes with 40 Christmas cards. It comes with these cute little stickers, and it also comes with envelopes. So I'm going to use the envelopes just to make a mini album with. We're going to do an envelope mini album so we don't waste those, and see how many of those we can make. But today we're going to be doing this. So what are you going to need? We're going to be using these. I have tea stained or coffee stained paper. And this is the end of it, guys. I've got to make more. I'm out. I have no idea how I'm out of this, but I have used a lot of paper, so I have got to do that tomorrow and make me some more of this paper. So I just grabbed from my stash. I had some actual notebook paper. You could use, if you don't like this whole vintage feel, then don't use it. Use regular notebook paper. Use whatever you like. It doesn't have to be this grungy looking paper, but I like it. I think it gives it a little bit of character. So we're going to be needing paper of your choice. We're going to need 2 sheets of lightweight paper. This is from Hobby Lobby. This is a Hobby Lobby paper pad that I've had for a long time. It is from 2011. Can you believe that? But the one thing about Paper Studio is it's a lighter weight. It's not like your Prima or Simple Stories and even Recollections. This is definitely a lighter weight paper, and there is a place and time for lightweight paper, and this is what you want there. You don't want really thick like 110-pound cardstock. So you need 2 sheets of your pattern paper of choice. This is cut 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. We have 2 sheets for a pocket. This pocket is cut at, let's see here, 3.5, yeah, 3.5 by 4 3/4. And what I did is I scored a 1/2 inch on the 2 sides and the bottom. Now, whenever you're scoring this, and I'll show you when I do the pocket, but this did have an orientation, so I did have to pay attention to where the writing was to make sure that I put the score at the bottom. So when you do the pocket, the writing's up. Okay, so we're going to be needing that. We need a pokey tool, a pencil. I am going to be using over coffee ink to kind of distress the card a little bit, scissors, and we are going to be doing a tie. What do you call this? Binding, I guess. We're going to be tying in the paper. This was the first one that I made, and I think it's so cute. Look how cute this is. Now, I use complete scraps. This isn't as tall as I wanted it, but back here was. So, you know, this is, I think what I'll go back and do is add a little bit of something there to kind of break it up a little bit. But look, and I put a few little stickers. All right, so let's make this. I just think this is so cute. Amber did a really good job, and definitely go check her video out too. A lot of you probably know her and watch her, but she did hers a little bit different, and she also used some different things on the outside of her book, so go check her out. Alright, so the first things first, we have got to make this paper fit this book. And guys, I don't do a lot of measuring with this. Let's see what we're going to use. I'm not going to use this. I think that's a little bit too grungy. We're going to use this right here. And let's get us several sheets here. Alright. So this is how I do it. This is different sizes. So I am just going to do this. I'm going to take the card. This one's Santa's Surprise. And all I'm going to do is line this up. And I'm going to trace, okay? Now, I'm going to show you something really cool. Oops. We're going to trace it. Now, I am actually going to trim this inside. I'm going to trim it inside my mark right here. I'm not going to trim on it or the outside of it. I'm going to trim on the inside of it because I want it to be a little bit shorter than this, okay? So let me get my trimmer, and I'm going to tell you, the trimmer, oh goodness, sorry about that, that I like to use trimming this type of thing is my Fiskars Precision Trimmer. This is a beast. This is a beast. But the reason I like this one is because the blade lines up exactly with the cutting right here. So I know that's where my blade is. So I'm going to line this up. On the inside of that. Okay, and I'm going to press down. And don't throw this away. We're going to do something with that. Then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Now, what's really cool about this is when you do this, if it's not exactly what you want, then all we do is trim it up. We just trim it up in the book, right? Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take it, okay, and we're going to take the book. It's pretty daggone good. And we're going to crease it. Do you see that? That's all I'm going to do is crease it. Now it's off. Do you see this? Do you see how this is off? That's okay. Don't stress about it. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. One, it's because we have a lot of sheets here. And two, we're going to even all that up. Don't stress about it. This is a no stress project. There are no mistakes in this project. Y'all, my watch keeps banging. Let me cover it up. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure this is even. I'm going to make sure this is even Steven. And it is. This is even Steven. Alright. We're going to take this. We're going to put it back in here. And we're going to poke some holes. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is paper clip it to the card. Not the... Okay. Alright. So that's pretty even Steven. I'm going to bring this down. And I'm going to bone fold this. I'm just going to press it down. Right. Now, I'm going to get a foam pad here. And this is my, I have a close to my heart. Just something. You could have an old book. I've seen people do old books. Guys, I'm not measuring this. All I'm doing is poking 3 holes. I'm going to find what I perceive as the middle. And I'm going to poke a hole. And we're going to come down here. And we're going to do the same thing. And then we're going to come up here. And we're going to do the same thing. Alright, we got 3 holes. Pretty close to the spine. Not exactly in the spine, but that's okay. We're not stressing about this, guys. Remember, this is a no stress project. So we're going to take And I have this red baker's twine. Now I'll tell you, the first one I did, I used baker's twine and it was way too thick. It was very thick. It was hard to get through. Make sure it's a thinner. This is thinner. I hope it's thin enough. It's definitely thinner than what I had. You can use whatever you want here. You can use embroidery thread. You can use just whatever you want here. Alright, so let's get plenty off. Alright, so what we're going to do, this is so easy, guys. You're going to take your needle through. This is like an upholstery needle. I've got several of them. And you want to leave a tail here. Okay, we're going to leave a tail out. Then we're going to come up and come up back through, right? We're going to come right through that hole. And then we're going to come down, passing up that middle hole and going down to this last hole. Okay, and we're back on the outside of the book. Now, in looking at this, I wish I'd have brought this down a little bit lower, but that's okay. Not stressing about it. But in hindsight, I would have come down just a little bit lower. And then we're going to come on this outside, we're going to come right back up. Now, wait a minute. That is definitely not tight enough right there. There we go. Okay, we're going to come up the middle, that same hole, right? So everything is going to meet in the middle. And then what you want to do, don't lose your needle. I got this handy dandy thing at Craft Acropolis that I love because I have lost so many small dies. And we are going to tie this. You're going to tie this off really tight because this is your binding right here. This is how you binded it. And we are going to close it or trim it. Okay, now we're going to close it. Now, I want you to look. This is a thicker one. That's why I'm doing a closure on it. Oh, look at that. And look at that. How easy. Isn't that easy? I don't know what that is. It's a knot in it. I definitely would have come down just a little bit further, but you want to leave at least an inch, about an inch, half inch, at least like a half inch and a half inch at the top and bottom. That way it holds good, if that makes sense. Okay, if you see, we're off a little bit, right? I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that right now. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm going to bring my trimmer back up here. I'm going to put it in here. We're going to put it down and just very easily trim. Then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to press down, and I'm just pressing down hard. And see, this is why I like this. Look, I know that's where my blade's going to be. My blade is going to be right there. So I'm just going to take it. I'm going to do the same thing down here. I'm going to take it. Look at that. Perfection. Ta-da! How cool is that? Now, I put more sheets of paper in this one. That's okay. All right, now, let's get out. Do we want to use red or do we want to use green? I'm using green. You know, I can't wait to get to the technology. Well, I need to start doing lives. I guess lives would help with that. You just do a live video and take a poll. So I'm just going to cut off 2 pieces of this. Okay. And we're going to make a closure. So simple, guys. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to get some double stick tape. And I'm just going to put some double stick tape. I'm going to measure it. That way it's even. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to make it, let's see here. 1, 2, 3 inches down is where I'm going to start. Actually, right there. I'm going to do it at that mark. I feel like that mark is probably halfway. Okay, so now I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take my ribbon. Now I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I'm going to take it. I'm going to shut this up. I'm going to come here. Let's get it in camera. And I'm going to come down to the 2.5, so about right there. Right? I think that's what we did. Yep. And we're going to glue this down. How simple is this? I saw somewhere somebody had put eyelets in and did that. You could do one long piece and twirl it around. There's so much you could do. Okay, now let's just put our paper in. So first thing we're going to do is put our lightweight pattern paper in. I'm going to use my ATG for this. You could use your art glitter glue. You could use whatever you wanted to. Double stick tape. I'm just going to use my handy dandy ATG. And I am going to put this right about there. Okay. Ooh, I love it. Now we're going to come to the back. And remember, this was 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Guys, I don't know if you're paying attention, but a lot of videos that I do, I'm a gifter. I love giving gifts. I love doing these and not letting them just sit in my craft room. I also love doing things in bulk. I very rarely ever do one. If I'm doing, now big mini albums, obviously. But most of the time, things like this and cards, it's never just one. I always mass produce. And I will do a recap video of all the gifts I've made. I know in July I did a lot of gifts. We did a box card, or a box full of cards, 2 different mini albums. I mean, we were on the roll. Look at that, how pretty. And you know what? I got that off. Look at that. Do you see that? Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay, now we're going to do our pocket. Before we do the pocket, I'm going to do this. I forgot to do this. And I just want to kind of take down that white edge a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm going to fold that, and I'm going to do it right here too. I just think that that makes it, it brings it out a little bit more. Just taking off that crisp whiteness. All right. Okay, oh, that's so pretty. Okay, next thing's our pocket. Okay, so when I did the pocket, let me show you one more time. All right, let me show you how we did this. I cut it exactly 1 inch longer than I needed, so I cut it 4 3/4, and then I cut it a 1/2 inch longer up. I added a 1/2 inch to the bottom as well to accommodate the scoring. I always like to score in 1/2 inches, okay? So this is cut at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. All right, so then I took my bone folder and I just scored at a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, turned it, 1/2 inch, turned it, 1/2 inch, turned it. And then I put score tape on, to make the pocket. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to cut this pocket. I want to cut out the bulk right here. We're going to cut this out. We're going to do the same here. We're going to go from the score line out, flip it from the score line out. And that just takes away the bulk and where you don't see the paper underneath. And we'll do it here. You can see those score lines. And I'm just kind of cutting away the score line a little bit. All right, now let's do these pockets. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see how this looks. Ooh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Now, I think these pockets would be perfect if you're out shopping. Put your receipts in them. You can, you know, use it for whatever you want. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to take this and I'm going to bring it to the corner. Bottom left corner. Okay, so far we're perfect. Oh yes. Look at that. And then we're just going to burnish this down really good. And look at that. You have a pocket. Oh, I love this. And we're going to do the same back here. Going to line this up. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, I don't know. This is pretty, but I just think that needs broke up. Let me see if I have some red. I do. I have some red here. Let's do this. I think it needs broke up a little bit. What do y'all think? Huh. Let's see. Let me find a smaller here. So let's do 3. Let's do an inch, a half inch. Let's do a half inch. And another half inch. By 3 3/4. By 3 3/4. This is my Tim Holtz trimmer. Guys, I really like how this trimmer does this. Look at that. I think that's so cool. I have found I like the trimmer and I use it so often, but you do have to change the blade out quite a bit. Let's see. Yes? Yes, I like it. Also, I think what would have been cute is if you had cut a little hole in it. Maybe made a little dip in it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think that completed it. Now I'm going to show you something really quick. Okay, there you go. All right. Now we're going to tie this off. Look how cute that is. Are you kidding me? Guys, I love this. This is so cute. And this is the snowman. See, this one's definitely thicker. I definitely used more paper on this one than I did this one. All right. You could use computer paper too. This is a little bit thicker than computer paper. I was going to show you something else, but this one's so thick, I don't know if I would do it. But something really cool you could do with these is just make a little notebook. Let me show you. Maybe not that many sheets. Let's do this right here. Okay, do I have? Yeah, I do. Okay. You see this right here? All you got to do is staple it. But let's find, guys, I could go on and on with this all day. All day. Okay. I'm not going to measure this. Let's see, what is this? Ah, it's 3 inches. Wow. All right, so let's cut this down to 3 inches. And let's do 2 inches. No. Let's do 2.5. All right, 2.5 inches. And we're going to score this at 1 1/4. I can't find my, there we go, 1 1/4. So let's go over to 1 1/4 and score that. And look, just like that, we're going to have a little notebook. So all you want to do is bring this up. even Steven up here, right? We're going to take this and we're just going to staple it. Okay, we got it stapled. All right, now I'm going to take my little trimmer, or my Big Mac Daddy trimmer. I want to trim this down to 3 inches. There we go. And I'm going to trim this part down. And look, you got a little notebook. Let's take a little bit of ribbon. To have those staples. I could go on all day with this. And look, you got a little notebook, just like that. Oh my God, this is so cute. Look how cute this is. And what you could do, I wouldn't necessarily use it in that one because that one's so thick, but you have a little notebook. It would have to be a little bit shorter, but that's okay. How cute is that? Here, I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to wiggle cut it. Add a little interest to it. Put that there. And there you go. Alright guys, what do you think? How cute are these? Tell me how cute these are. I love these. Alright, now there's a giveaway. And I waited to the end for all of you guys that stay to the end and watch the video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about these. Let me know maybe what you would do with them. And here's the other. You have the Santa Surprise, the Mr. Snowman, Rudolph Treats, Deck the Halls, Puppy Christmas, oh, Down the Chimney, Hooray for Christmas Day. And then these two. I think all these are the different ones you get. So what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to give you a week. So next Wednesday's video, a part of that video will be announcing a name. And I will send you through Amazon a pack of these. Okay? So leave me a comment. Tell me what you would do with these. Would you add anything? Would you do anything different? Would you round the corners? Would you, there's so much you could do with these. Would you use a different closure? Just, you know, what creative way would you use these for? All right? All right, guys, remember, give me a like and a subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We got a lot of cool things coming up. My craft room is a disaster. If you could see it now, it's just because I have been working so hard yesterday and I've been in here today for a few hours. So, yeah, leave me a comment. And if you have any crafty friends, share the video and share with them. Maybe they'd like to be a part of the community. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.